As Hurricane Milton barrels toward Florida, communities that were hit hardest by Hurricane Helene are still struggling to recover over a week later, Western North Carolina in particular. Former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle is among those making a difference, using his personal helicopter to deliver supplies like food and water to people stranded, especially in hard-to-reach mountainous areas.
For me, it's people helping people. Our motto in this country is, we don't leave an American behind. And I had the opportunity in front of me to help more people and bring awareness, and it kind of snowballed.
NASCAR legend Greg Biffle, who also has 20 years experience as a helicopter pilot, says he first felt called into action when he got word of a family stuck in a vacation rental with supplies dwindling and no way out.
I was at my shop Saturday morning doing a few things, and a friend of mine sent me a text, "Hey, do you want to go fly today?" And a link to a Facebook message with a family that was stuck up in Banner Elk in an Airbnb. And before that moment, I had no idea. I knew some people were without power. The storm came through. We had a little bit of damage here, some tree branches down and whatnot. But I absolutely had no idea, and I don't think the rest of the world did, on how devastating this storm was.
And that was just the beginning of his helicopter relief missions, the first of more than 30 he estimates so far. He says he's one of more than 70 private helicopter pilots flying critical supplies into areas unreachable by larger aircraft. Biffle has shared most of his missions on social media, including this incredible moment where he spotted a hurricane survivor from the air. A man stranded in the mountains waving a mirror as a distress signal.
And I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, but the gentleman had taken the mirror out of his bathroom off the vanity wall, and that's how he got my attention.
He says it was one of the most challenging landings he's ever performed as a pilot.
We were in about 4,800 foot elevation mountain peaks, and he was down at the very bottom of this ravine. Well, it was a very steep entry down into this ravine. What looked like a fairly large grass area had power lines, two sets of power lines going across it with some tall trees at the beginning of it. So I made about 5 recon descents down into this area. The problem is it was so steep on either side. Once I'd committed to getting down into that elevation, I didn't have enough power to get back out with the amount of goods and cargo I had on board. So my last time in, and I told my co-pilot that was with me, I said, I'm gonna try and land this time. Gives me goosebumps when I think about it, but I was committed. I had to land and get the stuff out of the helicopter in order to be able to get out of the bottom of that ravine.
A harrowing moment for Biffle, but a lifeline for those stranded in a hard-to-reach stretch of the Carolina mountains in the initial days after Helene hit.
These people are in dire straits, and they were so happy that we were able to get them formula and diapers and things they needed, and a woman around the corner needed insulin. The people came running across the river. People were running up into that field, and they were wet up to their chest, and I could see them soaking wet. They were coming to get any kind of supplies they could get, water, food.
NASCAR has deep ties in North Carolina. Biffle is a 19-time winner in the NASCAR Cup Series and a nominee for the 2025 NASCAR Hall of Fame. He says he and his former teammates feel a special responsibility to pitch in, especially as the scale of the need grows.
I keep finding places that are so isolated and so ravaged and damaged. These folks here yesterday said the power company told them it could be 3 to 5 months before they have power back on. The substation's gone, every power pole's down, the lines are gone, the roads are gone, the bridges are washed out, the railroad tracks completely gone, non-existent. They've got a long road ahead of them. Winter is coming, supposed to be in the 30s this week. So warm clothes, heaters, generators, those are still the biggest need these are mountainous areas. They're going to have 10, 12, 20 inches of snow in less than 6 weeks, 5 weeks. So, and no power till the spring. It's going to be tough.
And Greg Biffle says he's committed to helping however he can.
I would expect someone to do that for me That's why I want to do that for these folks.
And you can see more of our coverage about Helene's aftermath and keep up to date on Hurricane Milton on our website. That's pbs.org/newshour.